Hi, I'm Jon Decker, PGA golf instructor and author of the book, Golf is My Life, Glorifying God Through the Game. Today I want to work with you on the full swing and an uneven lie, where the ball is below your feet. I'm in a normal setup position. You can see here, I can see that the ball is below my feet. It's several inches. In fact, if this is level ground right here, you can see that the ball is well below that. So it's very important that I make the correct adjustments. Now, you need to understand your ball flight tendencies. On a normal shot, my ball is going to, if I hit it well, is going to fly straight, maybe with a little draw. But off this lie, the ball is going to want to tend to move to the right. It's always going to want to go downhill. Anytime the ball is below your feet, the ball is going to want to tend to curve to the right. Anytime the ball is above your feet, this way, the ball is going to tend to go to the left. So it's always going to want to kind of go downhill. Not always, but in most cases. And this lie is a very difficult lie for the average golfer, and I find this to be a much more difficult lie than when the ball is above my feet. Because I'm taller, I have to lower my center of gravity more, I have to bend my knees more to actually hit this shot. Now, how much do I bend my knees? It depends on the severity of the downhill lie. If I have a really steep downhill lie like this, I'm going to have to really bend my knees a lot. This one is not quite as steep, and this is something that I would typically see out on the golf course. So my adjustments, there's two adjustments that I really make. Number one is I bend my knees more to get lower, and number two is I aim more to the left of the target and play the fade. Play the ball moving from left to right. Always go with what the lie gives you. So when the ball is below your feet, play the fade. When the ball is above your feet, play the draw. That's the ideal and the easiest way to play golf. Don't try to hit a draw off of a fade lie. It's much more difficult to do. Now, just like in any swing, before I hit a shot, I always make a rehearsal swing. In the short game, I make a lot of rehearsal swings. On uneven lies, I make a lot of rehearsal swings. Because in this situation here, I've got to measure myself to the ground because the ball is below my feet. So I'll stand beside the ball. I'll kind of see I'm going to swing right here. I'm not hitting the ground. As I bend my knees more, now I start hitting the ground more. So I know that I'm going to need to bend my knees more than normal. I'm going to hit the shot and we'll talk a little bit more about it. I'm going to go ahead and play a normal shot, bend my knees more, and make my normal swing. Now that shot was hit just a little bit thin, not a bad shot, but that's a common miss when the ball is below your feet, is to catch them just a little on the thin side. I'm going to try to hit one more shot here because ideally I didn't, and the reason you can see there's not that much of a divot. Ideally when you hit your shot you want to make a little bit more of a divot. So let me try one more. That swing was hit much more solid, much more of a divot, and that's again one of the reasons why I struggle with this shot at times, because you've got to get yourself down lower. And you can see those two swings. The one that was hit solid went the right distance. The one that was hit thin is going to probably come up just a little bit short of the green. The common miss is the thin shot off this lie. So it does require practice. Now, as far as course management goes, anytime the ball is below my feet, I'm going to be much more conservative in my play. Again, this is not a lie that's a favorable lie for me. So I'm going to stay away from my 3-wood off the fairway. So if I'm on a par 5 and the ball is below my feet, even if it's a yardage where I can get it to the green, I'm not going to hit a 3-wood. I'm probably going to either hit my hybrid or a 4 or 5 iron, or even higher, just to lay it up. So one of the biggest mistakes I see people make on the course is when they get the ball below their feet, is they try to do too much. You have to know when to hit the 3-woods, when to hit the 5-woods, and when not to. And you'll find that when the ball's below your feet, or if you're on a downhill lie, the fairway clubs are very difficult to hit. So I've always said, loft is your friend. You get a situation where the ball's below your feet, go with a little bit more loft, and you're going to do a lot better on the golf course. Work on the downhill lies, work on these uneven lies, because you're going to get them on the golf course. You're not going to always have the flat lies. So practice these uneven lies, know what your ball flight is off a level lie, and then how it's affected when the ball is below your feet. And when you get on the golf course, you're going to manage your game a lot better.